Imagine this. You're alone, the night is silent, and suddenly the air is filled with an eerie light. And then you're not alone anymore. In the vast expanse of the universe, where countless stars twinkle and galaxies swirl, we find ourselves on a tiny blue speck, wondering if we are truly alone. The question has haunted us for centuries. Are there beings out there beyond our planet, beyond our understanding? And if so, have they ever paid us a visit? The idea of extraterrestrial encounters, while exciting for some, is downright terrifying for others. These encounters, shrouded in mystery, have the power to both fascinate and frighten, to inspire awe and instill fear. They're like ghost stories for the space age, tales of the unknown that hover on the edge of our reality. Interest in these encounters has never been more widespread. From curious hobbyists scanning the night skies with their telescopes, to serious researchers meticulously studying grainy footage and witness accounts, the quest for answers is a thrilling journey. Some firmly believe in the existence of extraterrestrial life, clinging to every shred of evidence as proof of a universe teeming with intelligent beings. Others, however, remain skeptical, dismissing these tales as mere fabrications, optical illusions, or misinterpretations of natural phenomena. The truth, as they say, is often stranger than fiction. And when it comes to extraterrestrial encounters, the truth is as elusive as the entities purportedly visiting us. Yet there are certain incidents, certain stories that stand out, gripping in their detail and shocking in their implications. These encounters, whether real or imagined, have left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness, forever altering our perception of the universe and our place within it. Each encounter carries its own unique tale of the extraordinary, a narrative that transcends borders and cultures. These stories, regardless of their veracity, continue to fuel our collective fascination with the unknown, serving as reminders of the vast, unexplored cosmos that lies beyond our tiny world. So brace yourselves as we dive into the top 5 most shocking extraterrestrial encounters ever recorded. In the cold December of 1980, an unusual light was seen descending into the Rendlesham forest in England. Nestled between two prominent U.S. Air Force bases, Bentwaters and Woodbridge, this dense woodland became the epicenter of one of the most intriguing extraterrestrial encounters ever recorded. It all started just after Christmas. U.S. Air Force personnel stationed at RAF Woodbridge spotted strange colored lights piercing the night sky. Initially, it was thought to be a downed aircraft, but upon closer examination, the spectacle was far from any conventional explanation. These servicemen, led by Deputy Base Commander Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt, ventured into the frost-kissed forest to investigate. What they found was even more puzzling. They reported seeing a strange glowing object, metallic in appearance, and covered in hieroglyphic-like symbols. As they approached, it levitated and darted away, leaving behind 3 small depressions in the ground. The following day, radiation readings were taken at the site. Astonishingly, the levels were significantly higher than normal, especially in the marks left behind by the unidentified object. The servicemen's accounts, the physical traces, and the radiation readings all pointed to an encounter with something otherworldly. But the story doesn't end here. In the days that followed, more personnel came forward, reporting sightings of unexplained lights and experiencing lost time phenomena, a common thread in many extraterrestrial encounters. And like many incidents of this nature, a shroud of secrecy soon fell over Rendlesham. The UK Ministry of Defence initially dismissed the incident, claiming there was no threat to national security. However, years later, Lieutenant Colonel Halt accused the British government of a cover-up, stirring the pot of this already bubbling mystery. The Rendlesham Forest incident, often referred to as Britain's Roswell, has since been the subject of numerous investigations, documentaries, and debates. Yet despite all the probing and questioning, the truth remains elusive. An encounter that still baffles researchers and enthusiasts alike, the mystery of Rendlesham Forest remains unsolved. As we delve deeper into our list of shocking extraterrestrial encounters, the question lingers. Are we truly alone in the universe, or is there more to these incidents than meets the eye? March 13, 1997, thousands of Arizona residents witnessed an extraordinary spectacle in the sky. This was no ordinary evening in Phoenix, Arizona. A massive V-shaped object spanning several city blocks in size silently glided overhead, leaving a trail of awe and confusion in its wake. This was the Phoenix Lights, a phenomenon that would become one of the most documented and widely seen UFO sightings in history. The sheer scale of the sighting was overwhelming. The V-shaped object was described as enormous and breathtakingly silent, effortlessly cruising over the city. It was a sight that was hard to dismiss, hard to explain, and even harder to forget. Adding to the mystery, a string of stationary lights like a pearl necklace stretched across the night sky hovered over Phoenix. These lights, unlike the V-shaped object, remained in place, casting an eerie glow over the city. Then, as if commanded by an unseen force, they winked out one by one, leaving the sky as dark and as ordinary as it was before. What could explain such a spectacle? The government's stance was swift and clear: military flares. They suggested the lights were nothing more than illumination flares dropped by A-10 Warthog aircraft during a routine training exercise. But this explanation was met with a healthy dose of public skepticism. For many, the military flare explanation seemed too convenient, too simplistic for what they had seen. Flares don't move in a V formation, they argued. Flares don't fly in silence, they don't hover, and they certainly don't span city blocks. The Phoenix Lights sighting remains a hot topic in the UFO community, a case that is often revisited and reanalyzed. Its significance lies not just in the scale of the sighting, but also in the number of witnesses, the quality of the footage, and the enduring public interest. Despite the official explanations, the Phoenix Lights continues to be a significant case in the annals of extraterrestrial encounters. In 1994, something extraordinary happened at the aerial school in Ruwa, Zimbabwe. The day started like any other, with the ordinary bustle of children playing, learning, and simply being kids. But this day would soon take an extraordinary turn. During the morning recess, 62 school children, ranging in age from 5 to 12, witnessed something truly out of this world. A UFO, an unidentified flying object, appeared in the clear African sky. The object then descended, landing in the schoolyard. But the spectacle didn't end there. Two beings not of this world emerged from the craft, standing in front of the stunned children. Now, what makes this sighting particularly intriguing is the consistency in the children's descriptions. They describe the beings as small, with slender necks, large heads, and big black almond-shaped eyes. They wore shiny black suits, and they seemed to communicate with the children not through words but through thoughts, impressions, images. The messages were of environmental concern, a warning about how we're treating our planet. Despite the fantastical nature of their story, the children remained consistent in their accounts even when interviewed separately. They drew remarkably similar pictures of the craft and the beings, and perhaps most striking of all, there was a complete absence of adult witnesses. This wasn't a case of overactive imaginations being influenced by authority figures. These were children on their own, recounting an experience that was beyond their everyday comprehension. Psychiatrist Dr. John Mack, a Harvard professor, studied the case extensively. Despite his initial skepticism, he found the children's accounts credible, their emotional responses genuine. He concluded that something real and deeply affecting had occurred. Yet, despite the weight of these testimonies, the world remains largely skeptical. The children were perhaps hallucinating, some say, or maybe it was a prank, a game that got out of hand. But for those who were there, who experienced it, the event remains vivid, real, and utterly inexplicable. The Zimbabwe school sighting remains one of the most compelling encounters, largely due to its innocent and unimpeachable witnesses. In the end, this extraordinary encounter reminds us that the universe is vast, mysterious, and full of possibilities that challenge our understanding of reality. November 5, 1975, a logger named Travis Walton mysteriously disappeared. In the remote wilderness of Arizona, Travis and his crew of fellow lumberjacks were finishing up a hard day's work when they noticed a strange, luminous object hovering in the sky. As Travis approached the object, a bright light struck him and he was gone. For 5 days, Travis was missing with no trace, fueling speculation of a tragic accident or worse, foul play among the crew. Then, just as mysteriously as he vanished, Travis reappeared, dazed and confused, with a story that defied belief. He claimed to have been abducted by extraterrestrials, describing in vivid detail the ship's interior, the strange creatures, and his fear during the ordeal. To lend credibility to their story, Travis and his crew took polygraph tests, which they all passed, further muddying the waters of truth and fiction. Walton's account remains one of the most controversial and shocking tales of extraterrestrial encounters. In 1961, Betty and Barney Hill reported an encounter that would become the archetypal alien abduction story. The couple was driving home late at night when they noticed a strange light in the sky. As they got closer, their car suddenly stopped, and they found themselves face to face with extraterrestrial beings. They reported being taken aboard a spacecraft, examined, and then released with no memory of the event. The subsequent investigation was filled with intrigue. Betty sketched a star map under hypnosis, a map that seemed to match a particular star system, Zeta Reticuli, a discovery made years after her drawing. This startling revelation added a layer of credibility to their story and left investigators and skeptics puzzled. The Hill abduction, with its chilling details and corroborating evidence, stands as the most shocking extraterrestrial encounter ever recorded. This incident, seared into the annals of UFO history, continues to fuel the debate on the existence of otherworldly life. In the winter of 1989, Belgium was gripped by a UFO frenzy. This event, known as the Belgian Wave, was witnessed by thousands and remains one of the most well-documented mass UFO sightings. Citizens reported seeing large, triangle-shaped objects with bright lights hovering silently in the sky. Most strikingly, the Belgian Air Force confirmed these sightings. 2 F-16 fighter jets were scrambled to intercept the unknown objects. The pilots locked onto the targets, but the UFOs displayed extraordinary maneuverability, evading the jets with ease. The radar tapes from that night show the UFOs accelerating from stationary to 1,000 miles per hour in a second, a feat beyond any known aircraft technology. The Belgian Wave, backed by undeniable military evidence, left the country and the world in a state of shock, raising serious questions about the nature of these unidentified objects. As we delve deeper into these unexplained phenomena, we realize that we are just scratching the surface of a much larger, more complex universe. Thank you for watching our exploration of the most shocking extraterrestrial encounters. Remember, the truth is out there,